how did the show get even better? I, I mean, I really liked the first season, but I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. I don't. Like, I knew that this season was going to be good, but I was not expecting it to be a masterpiece. And yet, that's what I got. Dude, season 2 of Harley Quinn is so good. Amazing, even. I can't believe I'm saying that about anything adult animation related that's not in the Helliverse, but I am. This second season of this show is amazing, and you need to watch it as soon as possible. If you're over 18. Can't stress that enough, this show's very adult. Let's talk about why this show has gotten even better in its second season, and how I am now officially hooked on it. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Station Universe of Branding animation, including a crazy clown girl trying to take over Gotham, as well as TV and movies. On your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to our little mini marathon of Harley Quinn. Let's talk about Season 2. It somehow took everything that made that first season great, made it better, and fixed most of its problems. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved the first season. I gave it a high 8 out of 10 score, but even I admitted it had some rough edges that it needed to work out. But this season, yeah, it smoothed all those hard edges pretty quick. And by like the halfway point, I was enthralled, I was engaged, I was mind blown, and I was of course laughing my ass off. So yeah, this is not going to be as long of a review as it was for the season 1 of Harley Quinn, because I was more just out of pure shock that it was even good at all. But this one's still great. This one's amazing. This one's fantastic. Like, this is right up there with Has Been Hotel. Like, this is right up there with Hell of a Boss Season 2. This is some of the best, most well-written, sharp, funny, clever, and entertaining adult animation that I have ever seen. So, I know I'm not going to be able to do it justice with any words that come out of my mouth, since I gotta keep this spoiler-free, but dude, you gotta watch this show now. If you're over 18, watch this show now. Here's my review. I hope you enjoy. Somehow, someway, this show got even more unhinged and insane than the first season. And it's amazing because of it. Season 2 of Harley Quinn not only built upon the strong foundation of that previous season, but found every single way possible to surpass it. The characters are even greater, the animation's even more excellent. Harley's new character arc about dream fulfillment and finding true love was phenomenally done. Writing is even sharper, action is insanely good with somehow even more intense and gory violence. Dialogue is still very crass, but somehow even funnier and full of even more wit. The emotional moments hit even harder in this season than it did in Season 1. With the blossoming of Harley and Ivy's romantic relationship, and the very surprising redemption arc of the Joker. Yeah, I'll give that one spoiler alert, he's not dead. But then again, the ending of the actual first season gave that away, so yeah, he ain't dead. The voice acting is even better than the first season, especially Diedrich Bader, who gets to somehow be even more hilarious as Batman. Like, they literally gave an entire episode to Batman in this season, and Diedrich did not waste it. He gave one of the funniest performances that I've seen him as Batman. Like, it is funny, it is extremely self-aware, and honestly, it gives Lego Batman a run for his money in the comedy department. Like, this version of Batman is very, very hilarious. And rewatchability is even higher than the first season. But this season also added even more strength to its already pretty strong arsenal. The story was more focused, despite the second half being flipped upside down. Like, this story is a lot more focused than it was in the first season, despite the fact that in the second half, it does flip, and it does become something different, but it does it in a way where it's actually coherent. So this one might work a little better for those looking for more storytelling. The main antagonist was really good. I'm not going to say who the main antagonist turns out to be, but spoiler alert, it's not Joker. But who it actually turns out to be is actually really good and took me by surprise. The final act and the following epilogue was amazing. Hands down, one of the best moments of this entire show. The pace is a lot faster than season 1 because it doesn't have to introduce any new characters, it doesn't have to spend time on backstories or anything like that. No, it just goes straight into it right away. Because now that all the exposition and everything else was taken care of in the previous season, this season they just go full throttle into the actual story. The world building of New Gotham was fascinating, and there's a ton of DC Easter eggs, including some very deep cuts that'll make die-hard fans nostalgic. And entertainment value is even higher. Sure, it is still 4 to 5 hours long, it is still 13 episodes at 22 minutes apiece, but it actually flew by quicker this time due to the faster pacing and the very solid plot. Like, let me give you a basic plot synopsis. This second season is all about Harley trying to take over Gotham by taking down all of New Gotham's leading people after they froze her for 2 months. And it's all about her quest with her crew to take them all down and regain complete control of Gotham. And then, like I said, in the second half of the story, it ends up flipping. In more ways than one. Overall, this season was absolutely phenomenal, and right up there with the Spindlehorse Helliverse as a shining example of what adult animation is truly capable of, and how to do LGBTQ representation in animation correctly. Clever, bloody, sharp, hilarious, and surprisingly heartfelt, Harley Quinn Season 2 is a must-watch, and it's officially got me hooked. Badass show, got even better. That's the best way I can put it. An already badass show got even better in just one season. That blows my mind. Like, usually in like another season you see like little bits of improvement, but maybe a slow descent by a small tad that ends up leading into seasonal rot. But no, this is a lot like how SpongeBob, I know, weird comparison, hear me out, how SpongeBob transitions from season 1 to season 2. I know that sounds like a really weird comparison, but that's what I think of. Like, season 1 of SpongeBob, great, amazing, holds up really well despite the dated animation. Season 2 took all those rough edges of season 1 and completely revitalized the show in a brand new way with even more jokes, even more good writing, and even more great character moments. And of course, a lot of comedy. This falls into that same category. Like, it started out rough in season 1, it had some problems, but in season 2, it worked them all out, it got even better writing, and they just went full throttle into the story that they wanted to tell. And this being a streaming show, they didn't have to hold back, which is honestly the best part of it, because if this was televised, it would have been absolutely neutered to hell and back. But thankfully, since it is a streaming show, it's able to just go all out bonkers. And because of that, it works to great effect. This is one of the best adult animated shows that I've watched in a while. That's not Hazbin Hotel or Hell of a Boss. Like, it is very sharp, it is sharp, it is smart, it is clever, it is hilarious. And the emotional moments, despite it being a crass adult show, actually hit really hard. Again, like Helava and Hazbin. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the inspiration from those two shows from Vivian came from this show, because I did see some of those shades of those kind of story beats and storytelling and characters. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Point is, this show's awesome, and you need to check it out if you haven't already. My final verdict for Harley Quinn Season 2 is a high and very well deserved 10 out of 10. In my opinion, it is a masterpiece season. It is extremely chaotic. It is all kinds of nuts, but in the best way possible. This is a damn good season of animation, and a damn good season of a very, very good show. So, yeah, check this one out if you haven't already. I seriously cannot recommend it highly enough, and I am super excited to see how it continues into Season 3. So, yep, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we take a look at Harley Quinn Season 3 and see how the show could possibly get even better. I'm so stoked.
Lesson I'll soon forget. So listen and you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance, and you won't end up like the fool who ripped his pants.